Good evening, this is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series, The Week That Was, College Football History and Review, the 1960 college football season. This is week 9. I'll be talking about the week that was for week 9 and the games that were played on week 9, during week 9 of the 1960 college football season on November 12th. So I'm going to start with Yale, the number 17 team in the country at the time, beat Princeton 43-22. So until Princeton tailback John Silky Sullivan was knocked out of the game in third quarter, he rushed for 89 yards on 19 carries with 11-yard touchdown run in second quarter, while displaying hot passing hand with 5 for 6 for 65 yards. Tigers outrushed Eli's 292 yards to 251 yards at game's end and stayed competitive well into the second quarter at 14-6 deficit. Bulldogs' second touchdown came courtesy of N. Woolley Carpenter, the future owner of Philadelphia Phillies, who sternly snatched ball from Tigers' punt returner, tailback Hugh Scott, who had 156 yards on 19 carries and a touchdown, rushing in key second quarter move. So that play got Yale rolling as quarterback Tom Singleton, who had 3 touchdown passes, threw for 119 yards, 6 of 7 passing, accounted for 3 quick scoring passes. Eli's went 63 yards in 7 plays after second half kickoff for 30-6 edge. Halfback Ken Wolf caught his second touchdown pass, and fullback Bob Blanchard added 2-point run. Blanchard blasted for 2 more touchdowns as Yale cruised to a 36-6 edge by early fourth quarter. Scott's electrifying 25-yard touchdown run was axis of Princeton's 16-point consolation burst in the fourth quarter. Next, you had Maryland beating North Carolina 22-19. On their way to the first winning ledger since 1955, the Maryland Terrapins snatched a late win and inflicted 5th straight defeat on the frustrated turnover-prone North Carolina. Officials made 2 late game decisions, which Washington Post called the fuddling calls. Tar Heel fans were so enraged that some exchanged fists with officials at the game's end before police could hustle them to their dressing room. On strength of quarterback Ray Ferris' 2 short touchdown runs and halfback Moyer Smith's 26-yard touchdown with Gallup, Carolina built the 19-7 lead early in the third quarter, despite fullback kicker Bob Elliott's having missed 2 of his 3 extra point kicks. Then Maryland halfback Dennis Conde turned tide with 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to pull the Terps back within 19-14 with 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Matters were quiet until halfback Smith lost North Carolina's 5th fumble at the 37-yard line with 2:57 to play from Hill's 24-yard line. So Maryland quarterback Dale Beatty threw high goal line pass to halfback Tom Brown, but as Brown, Carolina defensive back Miller, Wall mutually went up for the ball, back judge called controversial pass interference penalty on third down at 1-yard line. Betty easily scored on wide run at the fake to fullback Pat Dras, but same back judge blew the whistle, thinking Dras had been tackled at 3-yard line with ball. So on 4th down, Betty faked and flipped, winning touchdown pass to end Gary Collins with 1-5 left. Battle of 2 top 15 teams. You had Mississippi, the number 4 team in the country, beating Tennessee, the number 14 team in the country, 24-3. Mississippi's 14th trip to Shields Watkins Field in Knoxville finally broke spell as Rebels won in Knoxville for the first time ever. Wasting no time after the opening kickoff, Ole Miss quarterback Jake Gibbs left for 13 for 112 yards and touchdown. Hit 3 passes to halfback Bobby Crispino and rolled out for 27 yards to set up fullback James Anderson for a 2-yard touchdown sweep. Fumble recovered by Volunteers defensive guard Larry Richards at Rebels' 23-yard line. Poised Tennessee for only score. And kicker Cotton Lettner's 29-yard second quarter field goal, which pulled it to within 7-3. Mississippi added kicker Alan Green's 32-yard field goal for 10-3 halftime edge. With 12 minutes to play instant drop crusher on the Volunteers. He went up middle on draw run, spun out of 3 tackles, bowled over Volunteers' outstanding safety Billy Majors to complete a 43-yard touchdown run. As Tennessee's offense was limited to a remarkably low 24-yard line, made only 4 first downs. Alabama defeated Georgia Tech by score 16-15. Yellow Jackets' own first half, scoring on touchdown runs by halfback Jimmy Nell and quarterback Stan Gann, 47-yard field goal by kicker Tommy Wells, but Wells failed on his two conversion kicks, including first try when Tide halfback defensive back Billy Richardson shot up middle to block it. Nell's 8-yard touchdown run in first quarter was hammered home only one play after Alabama. Quarterback Pat Trammell was crushed into loss fumbled by Tech guard linebacker Rufus Guthrie. Crimson Tide that didn't earn its initial first down of 15-0 first half until next to last play. It was a different team in the second half, scoring on halfback Leon Fuller's short fourth down crash over at the 49-yard march. After Trammell was injured on sub quarterback Bobby Skelton's 8-yard line touchdown pass to end Norby Rosenet. Skelton's touchdown pass was set up by his 28-yard pass to end Jerry Spruill. 12-yard scramble and made scored 15-13 with 8:44 to play. Fighting fourth quarter clock, Skelton passed 26 yards to halfback Butch Wilson to position Bama for end kicker Richard Diggers. Onet Dell's winning last play. 23-yard field goal, which was nearly blocked by Georgia Tech tackle Larry Stallings. Next, the number 1 team in the country at the time, Minnesota, lost to Purdue 23-14. As Minnesota followed its emotional win over Iowa with flat first half effort as its vaunted defense was riddled by passing of Boilermakers quarterback Bernie Allen and power running of fullback Tom Yukabowski, who scored at end of opening 80-yard drive. Golden Gophers dropped half game behind Iowa in the Big Ten stands by losing its first conference game of the season. Erratic Purdue led 14-0 at halftime. Golden Gophers to only 31-yard total offense, outplayed the nation's number 1 team, got off canvas to battle back on second half touchdowns by halfback Bill Muncie on 27-yard burst and fullback Roger Hagberg, but kicker Allen's third quarter field goal of 35 yards was wedged in between to maintain Purdue's lead at 17-14. So sub-quarterback Larry Johnson completed 48-yard pass to end Bob Deegan to set up Muncie's touchdown that had made it 14-8 with Muncie's 2-point catch at the second half kickoff. Key moment came next time Gophers got possession at their 49-yard line. Purdue guard linebacker Stan Skierdsrat stepped in front of a short pass for interception that eventuated in Allen's field goal. So Bullets stopped 2 late drives, added their last play touchdown on fumble recovery. It came on an unusual play as desperate Minnesota halfback Tom King tried to catch punt in end zone and race length of the field. So in this hurry, King lost control of the ball and Purdue halfback Jim Tiller recovered for touchdown. In about 2 top 5 teams, number 5 Iowa beat number 3 Ohio State 35-12. With Minnesota's loss, Iowa was able to regain Big Ten top spot, clinching no worse than final tie for conference crown. Hawkeyes sophomore fullback Joe Williams opened scoring with a spectacular 49-yard dash for 7-0 lead late in the first quarter. Buckeyes came within 7-6 on fullback Bob Ferguson's short touchdown run, but kicker Ben Jones missed extra point. Iowa quarterback Wilburn Hollis swept in for 12-yard touchdown. His understudy Matt County wedged over for score after halfback Larry Ferguson's weaving 25-yard run, and Williams blasted over after County 15 and 21-yard passes. Trailing 28-6 at halftime, Ohio State counted on the spark of quarterback Tom Addy and his 22-yard touchdown run to draw within 28-12 in third quarter. Last quarter began with Ohio State nestled at Iowa's 6-yard line, but Maddie's end zone pass for end Charles Bryant went incomplete and Hawks took over. As the ball was advanced out to 9-yard line, halfback Larry Ferguson dropped clinching blow on Buckeyes by skirting in and shrugging off tackle by defensive back Bill Hess for long touchdown run. So Iowa outrushed Ohio State 361 yards to 220 yards, while passing was almost even. Number 2, Missouri beat Oklahoma 41-19 despite 70-yard touchdown sprint on the game's fourth play by halfback Mike McClellan. Oklahoma fell behind 24-12 at halftime. Usually powerful run defense of Tigers, which entered fray with 73 yards average, allowed 323 yards to still proud Sooners. So Mizzou was left to fight back with its offense and tallied 24 straight points, including halfback Donnie Smith's 2 and 30-yard touchdown runs, and halfback Norris Stevenson's 77-yard touchdown sweep. Sooners closed to within 5 points, 24-19, as quarterback Jimmy Carpenter's touchdown finished 74-yard drive on which fullback Ronnie Hartline gained 59 yards. At outset of fourth quarter, Oklahoma was on move until it lost pitch out to ruin drive into Missouri territory. Stevenson, who rushed for most to date yards, 169 yards on 13 carries and 2 touchdowns against any Bud Wilkinson coached team, quickly dashed for 60-yard touchdown Tigers trademark power sweep. Wild Sooner pitchouts, they would lose 6 turnovers, including 2 interceptions, nabbed by Tigers on halfback defensive back Fred Broussard, led to 10 additional Missouri points. Kansas beat Colorado by a score of 34-6. A tight penalty marred first half was led 7-0 by Kansas on fullback Jim Jarrett's 1-yard touchdown plunge that came after Colorado halfback defensive back Ed Coleman was flagged for pass interference. Contest was blown open in third quarter by Jayhawks double lateral razzle dazzle. Fullback Doyle Schick hit line, flipped back to quarterback John Hadle, pitched out to halfback Hugh Smith, much like single wings old buck lateral series. Smith slipped 2 tackles, cut left, dashed 46 yards to score. On Kansas' next series, halfback Burt Cohen, whom Smith supplanted a week earlier on the starting unit, raced into the open off tackle and churned 74 yards for touchdown behind last clearing block by halfback Curtis McClinton. At 21-0, route of Buffalo's now was in motion. Jayhawks fullback Norman Mellon powered for 2 touchdowns after fourth quarter interceptions for 34-0 at halftime edge. Colorado's vaunted passing attack stumbled most of the day. The managed quarterback Gal Wheatner's late 34-yard touchdown pass to end Gary Henson. Next, Baylor beat Southern California by a score of 35-14. And finally, number 9, Arkansas beat Southern Methodist by a score of 26-3. Arkansas was in hot cotton as it neared its 5th Southwest Conference title, but Southern Methodist, trying to avoid worst ever season, jumped to a 3-0 first quarter lead on kicker Buddy Nichols' 34-yard field goal that held up until last minute of first half. Razorbacks halfback punter Lance Allworth had tough first half. His first punt was partially blocked by SMU tackle Jerry Mays, and another punt lost 1 yard, setting up Nichols' field goal when it was knocked backwards to Hogg's 8-yard line by Fierce Wynn. Quarterback Billy Moore, with excellent understudy work from quarterback George McKinney, was wizard on 3rd and 4th and long conversions to keep alive drives of 62, 63, and 68 yards. McKinney's 28-yard rollout run tweaked the first scoring drive that resulted in key Arkansas touchdown and 6-3 edge just 50 seconds before halftime. McKinney to Allworth's pass for 37 yards got pigs to fly toward Allworth's 2-yard touchdown run in third quarter. Halfback Jim Worthington 42-yard punt touch return. Halfback Jim Worthington's 42-yard punt touchdown return finished off scoring in the fourth quarter. Game ended on a bizarre note as Mustangs halfback Frank Jackson was streaking away on a 20-yard run to support his 15-yard line when hundreds of youngsters surged from grandstands to knock down Jackson, as well as 3 pursuing Arkansas defenders and a couple of officials. All this while Hogs band quick played giddy but slightly premature victory tune at mid-fifth. So that concludes a look at the week that was, as Arkansas, number 9 team in the country, beat Southern Methodist 26-3. Week 9, November 12th, 1960. So the AP polls on November 14th had number 1 Missouri, number 2 Iowa, number 3 Mississippi, number 4 Minnesota, number 5 Washington, number 6 Duke, number 7 Arkansas, number 8 Davie. The number 9 team in the country was Auburn. Number 10 team was Ohio State. UCLA was number 11. Michigan State 12. Purdue number 13. Now there was a three-way tie for the 14th spot between Yale, Rice, and New Mexico State. Four-way tie, a four-way tie between Yale, Rice, New Mexico State, and Syracuse. That's for the 14th spot. And Alabama was number 18. And a tie between Oregon and Florida, ranked number 19 in the country. So that concludes a look at the week that was for October 12th. Week number 9, 1960, November 12th. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Do whatever you can support yours truly, Rashad Mitchell. Until then, I'll do a video of this magnitude tomorrow. Until then, this is week 9, November 12th, 1960. This concludes a look at the games that were played during that week. Week 9, November 12th, 1960, for the 1960 college football season. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.